Hello, my cat loving friends. It's Linda Hall, your co-host, Cats and Counting. What if I told you that today's guest started a business plan? She started her business because she wants to, quote, create a healthier world for our pets, planet, and people. She's all about organic. She's got happy customers in all 50 states. We want to talk to her, right?
We do.
Now, what if I told you that she started that business plan at age 6, started her business at age 8, and is now 14? Yeah, we'll be right back after this ad because we're ready to talk to Ava. Welcome back, my friends. I am Linda Hall, your co-host from 19 Cats and Counting. We're super excited today. We want to get going. So let me bring in my co-host, the lovely and cat-loving Rita Reimers. How you doing, baby?
I'm good. I'm here with my new constant companion whenever we record, Dexter. Of course, he's out of camera range right now.
I believe he needs to be posted on the site as like executive producer or something of our show. I don't know. He needs a title.
I think maybe.
He shows up for every behavior session and every time if there's a mic on the table and ears out. Yeah.
He's our technical director, but I'm so excited to talk to Ava. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit, but
definitely,
gosh, not at 6 and 8
so
years
you didn't
old.
start your business at 8, huh? Well, let's talk to Ava then.
Yes,
Ava,
please.
Thank you so much, honey, for being here. We are so honored.
Hi, I'm excited to be here too. It's nice to meet both of you.
Thank you so much. What the heck, Ava? What do you, how do you, okay, you're just going to have to walk us through it. You're going to have to tell us about your passion and how you did this because my mind is blown.
Right? At 60, we were lucky we knew how to start a new business.
Right?
Okay?
No kidding. So start us from the beginning, honey.
So when I was 6, that was when I drew the business plan that we actually still have. It's on my website, on my Instagram. And it was just this picture. It had like, it was a palace, like with an animal shelter, a restaurant for animals, a daycare for animals, basically everything for animals. And 2 years later was when I officially started Ava's Pet Palace. During those 2 years, like from 6 to 8, I would always beg my parents to, start making dog and cat treats. And they finally said yes when I was 8. I was super excited. We have a whole timeline of from when we first started our first show, like up until now. And I started Ava's Pet Palace out of my love for animals. I've always loved animals. I've had a passion for helping them, wanting to be around them. And as I started to get older, I started noticing that a lot of the treats we were feeding our family dog, his name was Rock. He now passed away, but he was the first dog that started Ava's Pet Palace. A lot of his treats were not good. They had not good ingredients, or maybe just a lot of ingredients. Yeah. And my family always being like very health conscious of what we ate. I wanted to do that for animals too. And I knew I wanted to do something with animals because of how much I loved them. And the start was making dog and cat treats that were focusing on the health of our animals.
Wow. It's true. Most of the treats and even the food out there have a lot of ingredients that really aren't healthy for our pets. How did you decide what to put in your treats?
So this entire process took a very long time, from deciding the flavors to just like the base of the treats. But I had to do a lot of research. My mom helped me with this. She helped me with the actual baking part, trying out all the different recipes. I had to go and figure out what was good for animals, what they would actually like to eat, and what would actually benefit them, because that's what the treats were focusing on. And found that, so the base flours that we would use were oat flour and then brown rice flour. Those were some of the best flours for animals. And then we picked the treat flavors out of what our family dog had liked. He was a taste tester for all of the treats.
Lucky dog.
Right?
Your dog was a happy camper in this process.
He definitely was.
I'm sorry, Rita, do you feel like there's a filter on her and we're really talking to a 30-year-old?
I do.
So stinking mature.
I do. Business plan.
I'm blown away.
Business plan. Do we even have a business plan? We do.
Right.
Not.
And what's healthy and organic. I mean, this is like every conversation we've had with every colleague ever except I'm just blown away by your age. And I can't help but think when you said my mom helped me with the baking, it's like, yes, as she's starting her business, she probably wasn't old enough to work the oven by
Right?
herself.
You couldn't reach the knobs,
I'm
right?
going to try to get off this age thing, honey, because you're doing amazing things, but my
you.
mind cannot digest how focused you have been and that you followed your passion for animals and turned it into something that you could do to help. My mind is
know.
officially blown. I didn't really find my passion for cats. I was, well, how old am I now? I guess I was in my late 40s. So,
I was,
you got to jump, honey.
I think 42 when I started Just for Cats pet sitting. 42. So yeah, I'm glad you found it early. How did you develop from the dog treats to the cat treats, and who was your taste tester there?
So we actually started with cat treats and
Oh, you
cat
did?
food, or like, yeah. So like at the shows we would go to, I would bring cat treats, but I noticed that more dogs were at the shows. People would bring more dogs, and just in general, the shows are just focused towards dogs. So that was when we made the decision to switch to dog treats. And then a few years later was when we decided to go back to cat treats, like to add them, because we got like, a lot of people have dogs, but then there are a lot of people who wanted the cat treats as well, like a
Sure.
large demand for them. And the first taste tester for those treats was my cat Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Oh,
He actually passed away about 3 weeks ago, but he
I'm
was the first
sorry.
Ava's Pet Palace taste tester for the cat treats.
We're getting a
I'm
little
sorry to
feedback
hear
on your
about
mic, Ava.
Pumpkin.
We're getting a little feedback
Thank
on the mic.
you.
I know Mark's not going to be happy about that. I'm not sure. How
I'm
to
not
fix
hearing it.
No, maybe
I'm not
it's
hearing it. Are you
Okay, as
sure?
long as you don't hear it, let's hope
Maybe it's your
not you.
ears. All right, they'll cut
No, no, no,
that
no.
no, couldn't be. All
Because it's
right.
like a buzz.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not hearing
Anyway,
it. So I don't think.
he'll cut this part
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
really
all right.
sorry about Pumpkin. I just lost my cupcake 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that
Thank
too.
you. It's
We
hard.
know how hard.
How old was Pumpkin?
He was about 14, so we were the same age. We had
Good.
him since I was 2 and since he was 2.
Oh, you grew up together. Oh,
My aching heart.
I know.
Oh, I have to get off that subject before I cry. I have to tell you. So, we don't have anybody on our show unless we know we can endorse them. So I had to order some cat treats. The packaging alone is
It's
so pretty.
adorable.
Look, I'm a pink girl. Okay. The desk I'm sitting at right
Me
now is
too.
pink. It was so, yeah, right. So
How
it
come you're
was
not
so-
wearing pink?
I don't know.
Oh, my shirt says.
Oh, you say pretty in pink. I'm wearing I speak fluent cat. So yeah. Anyway, it was just so pretty. And then I took the plastic cover off and I told Rita the box looks like a box of fine fancy chocolates or something.
Yeah, you showed me.
I felt
It did.
fancy. Yeah, I took pictures and stuff. I felt really fancy. And then they are really vacuum packed for freshness. That was amazing. I will tell you, my cats can sniff through anything. They could not smell the treats. That
That's
really told
amazing.
me that is some seriously safe, good packaging.
Mhm.
And then of course, after we admired them, they loved eating them, but that's a whole nother, worth
Aw.
everything. So yeah, all the way through, you have really taken care to how you package, how you market. Your website is a delight.
Oh, I love
The
it. I've got it
pictures
up
of
right
you
now.
smiling. If you are in a bad mood, fellow listeners, go to Ava's Pet Palace and just look at her website,
avaspetpalace.com.
avaspetpalace.com, and just look at her website. It is so bright and cheerful. And there's all these pictures and Ava's smiling and it just boosts your mood. I don't care if you don't have an animal, you still need to visit this website and
Right.
see how, because it'll just
Linda,
boost your
they
mood.
wouldn't be listening to us if they didn't have a cat.
That's probably true. I don't know.
Ava, do you still make them all at home, or did you find a manufacturer to make them for you?
So we do not make them at home anymore. We made them at home up until last year. So
Uh-huh.
we've been making all of the treats in our kitchen. Our kitchen got
That's a
turned
big
into
job.
like an Ava's Pet Palace, like workspace, like the entire dining room. But now we have a co-packer. So for
Good.
the 3 baked treats, our co-packer is in Vermont, I believe, and then for the salmon chips, California.
Wonderful.
I'm impressed because, I don't even know how to find people to make stuff for us.
I know.
You're
Well,
just brilliant.
Yes. Well, your parents, first of all, they instilled some amazing morals, values, and ethics in you, that you
Yes.
have such care for animals. They raised you with animals. I love that. I have long said every child needs to grow up with a cat to
Mhm.
learn body
Yeah.
language and approach, etc. So kudos to
Consent.
them. But then, of course, they supported you, right? At 8, you didn't go to the bank and say,
Yeah.
look, this is how it is, because regardless of how incredible and mature you are, bankers will not listen to people underage.
Oh, well, they
So-
can't, you can't make contracts with a minor, so you have to have
Exactly.
a parent with you.
Exactly. So, and I mean, just giving up the dining room, right? So your
Yes, in the
parents have
kitchen.
your parents have been heavily involved and affected by all that is going on. How
That's
hard was
awesome.
it? Did you have to work really hard to convince them?
Sorry, I missed that last part. I'm
Did you
sorry.
have to, how did you convince your parents to take
Oh.
this leap with you, knowing all, at least they knew all that this was
Yeah.
going to take of them?
So, so when I first started, so at 8, it was actually when my mom was on maternity leave for my sister. So she was at home, and we'd actually talked about it before that, wanting to, try to start something, just start making treats. But she had been working both of my parents, so it just wouldn't have worked out. But then when she was home, that was when we finally decided, like, yeah, we could start, or like try that, And so actually June 2020 was when she stopped working at her job to work for Ava's Pet Palace full time. And that was
Wow.
a very, very big step for Ava's Pet Palace. And I'm very grateful for both of my parents' support throughout these years.
Wow, that's amazing.
No
During the
kidding.
pandemic, when most people were losing their businesses, you actually were growing. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Thank you.
This job. And I, as a parent of both furry children and human ones, my first thought is she's off on maternity leave and she's decided to jump in and start a business with you.
Right? Your mom's very adventurous too, I would say.
I don't think I got off the couch that last 6 weeks.
Well, honey,
I
with
wasn't
that
making
last
dinner.
with
let
that
alone-
last baby, they kind of cut you stem to stern.
Yeah, they really killed me with that one. Well, and then you needed her continued help as she has an infant. So your
Do you have a-
parents are right up there in my book with you
Right.
and impressed. And I hope they get really good Mother's Day and Father's Day gifts and a
Yeah.
lot of
Me too.
recognition for what that is beyond. That's what parents are supposed to do, support their children. But
Yes.
your request was a very heavy one. And that's great parents. That's great.
I
parents.
love that they believed in your vision and they're joining you in that vision as well. I was going to ask you if you have any siblings. Well, now I know you have a younger sister. Do you have any other siblings?
I have 2 little sisters.
All girls. Your poor dad.
Yes.
He's outnumbered.
Yeah, that's some scary stuff. So are your sisters as entrepreneurial as you are? And do they have these kind of dreams, or are you just, I'm sorry, I'm a younger sister. My older sister's perfect. This is a lot to live up to. I'm telling you, as the baby sister, I wouldn't want you to be my older sister.
I'm an only
So-
child and I have to agree with that.
Are they active in helping you? Are they?
They are actually. So Marie is 6 and then Jordan is 4. And during like the pandemic, and when Ava's Pet Palace kind of like blew up, they were definitely helping a lot. They helped pack orders, but now that things have kind of calmed down, they actually started their own little business. Marie wanted to make jewelry, so she has a whole page. Her stuff's on Etsy, called Unicorn Girl
write that
Marie.
down.
I'm sorry, what's it called?
It's called Unicorn Girl Marie. She's on Instagram and then Etsy.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right,
We're gonna have to have her on
find her too, right? No kidding. Does she make any pet jewelry? Like, if not, hint, hint, Marie, cat lovers want cat jewelry. Okay, just saying. Yes, look,
Linda
look.
and Nikki made these.
Yes,
We were dabbling in it,
yes.
but the behaviorists we've gotten so busy with that, we haven't had a
Yes.
chance to get back to the jewelry.
So let's get our unicorn girl involved in making these.
I just
cats.
lost
Does she
my
make
ears.
seriously?
I'll
Does
be
she
right
make any
back.
kind of pet, or what is her genre?
So she mostly makes necklaces. She does earrings too. And then I think a few bracelets still. More necklaces more than anything, but Jordan helps too. She just Marie's like more of Marie's business.
And how old is Marie?
She's 6.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I had to ask.
I've got to meet your parents. I mean,
I want to get in a time machine and consult with your parents before I raise my children.
I
because
know,
I
right?
have amazing children. They're going to kill me when they hear this, but yeah.
We have
Of
to take
course
a
she's
little
8.
pause, Linda, just a little pause for our sponsors. And we'll be right back to talk more with Ava about Ava's Pet Palace. And we're back, 19 Cats and Counting, with my awesome co-host, the lovely Linda Hall, and our amazing guest, Ava, who's just blown us away at 14 with her own business. She started at 8. Oh, wait, she wrote the business plan when she was 6.
Started the business at 8.
Oh, that's amazing. I
Yeah.
love this.
So
and now
they-
you tell us your sister Marie has also started a business at age 6.
Yes.
And yeah,
Yes.
she's 8 now. And
Oh,
what's Jordan doing?
She's 4, right? She's lacking a little bit. Come on.
Jordan helps with the business. She makes more of I would say she's poses for the pictures, like on their Instagram. She wears the
Love it.
jewelry,
Love it.
but
Oh, my stars. Your family is amazing. And what you are doing for animals is amazing. In every expert that we have ever spoken to, Ava, food is everything. We have asked several times. Rita owned a cat sitting business for over 17 years, and I was her executive director. And we talked to a lot of the people in the know, the vets and stuff, about how many cats had cancer and how it grew from the time I started until the time we switched to behavior.
Yeah, not just cancer, asthma, pancreatitis, liver
Yes.
disease, kidney disease.
Yes, I had been working on reservation. I started out on reservations, so I get to know everything. And I had been working there for quite a while before we got our first asthma case. And I was like, I didn't know cats had asthma inhalers. By the time we closed, just a few years later, I don't know, 25% of the cats had asthma inhalers, and it was kind of old hat.
At first we thought, because the business started in LA, we thought, oh, LA smog.
It's
But
LA
then
air.
The Carolina branch of the business, we also started seeing it. And we just talked to a lady who runs a holistic pet care line, Pet Care line. And she said too, it's what we're feeding them. So knowing, I'm so glad that you took that into account and you're making things that are actually good for our dogs and cats.
Yeah. So, and you understood all this before you started, right? Like you had a clue into what's yucky at age.
How did you know
before
that?
age 8.
At 6 when she wrote the business plan. How did
So-
you know?
So the 2 years, so when I was 8, that was when I started focusing more on the dog treats. So when I drew the business plan, I knew that's what I wanted to do in the future, but I needed somewhere to start. And it was with our family dog, Rock, what he was eating. I was very focused on him. We spent a lot of time together, and I've always been interested in animals. I spent a lot of time with animals, and I just started noticing what he was eating, asked my parents about it. Like I said, because we were always very like health conscious when we ate.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I'm looking at your website here, pulling up shops.
Yeah, I've got it
So,
up
I
too.
mean, dog treats, cat treats. Oh, you have gift cards too. So if you want to support Ava and you don't currently have a cat,
Mom,
you're a
Dad,
cat lover, but you right, exactly.
I never know what to get me. My birthday's coming up. Hello.
There you go. Mary and Bill, Rita wants a gift card for Ava's Pet Palace. She's got bundles and variety packs. She's got some really cool pet accessories. You've got some amazing, you've got leash, a walking bundle. I mean, this is just crazy. Oh, a treat dispenser pouch. So you get the treats, then you get the pouch, and you put those with them. I've got it.
Wow.
And you've got a really good, amazing selection here. Oh, we even have Team Ava merch. Okay, next holiday, Rita, I want a pink Ava shirt.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay, write that down.
Okay.
Everything, water bottle, everything. So
Oh,
so
we're going to see. I want to know if we're going to see Ava's cat food next, cat food, dog food, and we're going to see them in a store near us.
Um, so they're actually in, do you guys have any Pet Peoples near you? Because they're in all 76 Pet People
Yes, in
stores.
Charlotte, we have Pet People. Mhm.
And then they're gonna be in the Pet Food Express stores as well, which are all in California. And then
Wow.
about
This
100,
is-
like right now, they're in about 100 other independent retailers.
Yeah, I read happy customers in all 50 states. You're in all 50 states.
Yes.
So where do you
Wow.
plan to go from here? I mean, you've already conquered the world by 14. So what's next?
Ava,
for
are you gonna?
president?
Let's. Yeah, I was just gonna. You took that out of my head, Ava.
I'll vote
Finally, we're gonna
for
have
her.
the first woman president, right?
I will vote for her in a heartbeat.
I hope I live long
mean,
enough to vote for you.
Child's got it. Well, that too. But really, where do you plan to go from here? What's next on in Ava's dream board?
What's next? I would say right now we're working on different products. So right now we focus on like we have one cat treat and like right now a limited selection of the dog treats. And we would like to expand the cat treats as well, you know, a cat treat that's shelf stable because the one right now we still make in the house. It can't go in stores or anything. So that's something we're working on. Also different types of supplements and just things like that. Just still working on animal like products that will benefit them, but because that's what we focus on. But I don't know, I just want to expand that before we move into anything else. And also maybe like my accessories. Right now we have the leashes and collars and then
Nice.
treat dispenser pouch.
Mhm.
But I like to expand more, you know, just add more to that.
You know,
Yes.
cat harnesses and cat leashes are becoming more and more popular. So
Very
maybe
much.
we'll look for those someday.
We've
perhaps.
seen a lot of clients that either want to start using a harness and leash and need help getting started or do walk their cats. So cat toys, I mean, cat toy safety is a big cry of Rita's and mine because, you know, I'm sure you know, because
They're all
you're
made in
like
China.
30 now.
Which
and,
nothing's wrong with China, but their standards for dyes
Yes.
and things are
Yes.
not like ours.
Yeah.
we like to we get new toys, we dunk them in water to see if the dye leaks, and then we have to
Mhm.
dry them before we give them to poor animal.
Usually it does.
You know, we're very concerned about all the catnip toys that have pesticides and fertilizers on them.
Yeah.
Cat toys are often made to appeal to people and they've got googly eyes that can be chewed off, you know, that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
you know, truly safe toys, anything. Yeah. What is your long-term goal? Okay, you're going to see into the future. And
when you're our age,
you're at ripe
Oh.
old age of 30, 35, which I'm sure seems ancient to her at this point. What does it look like? What does Ava's Pet Pals company in general look like?
Well, I would say by that time, I'd want Ava's Pet Pals to be a worldwide brand where people, like where Ava's Pet Pals is known for all animal lovers, pet owners, just anyone who has a pet or loves animals to come and maybe, you know, buy products, but also just a community as well.
Mhm.
By that time, I would also like to have the the business plan palace that I drew because that is something that I want in the future. Maybe it won't look exactly like that, but I do want something like that in the future. And I would say right now, those are the two main things, but you know, things always change and I'm sure I'll have something new, you know, very soon.
I have no doubt that, honey, I have no doubt that you're going to achieve every
I was
goal you
just gonna
set your
say.
mind to. I have
Mhm.
no doubt.
I know you'll get there. I know you will.
With your maturity, your passion, you didn't start a business to start a business, become a millionaire. You started a business to help. Those are the things I believe God blesses. And you know, that, you know, when it's right, with your parents supporting you all the way, anything you said, like I'm going to build Ava's Pet Palace on Mars, I would have totally believed you because I truly believe you could do just about anything you set your mind
But
to.
look what a gift already to your mom. She's been able to leave her job and work full time with you. I mean, that's amazing right there.
I'm super grateful for that, for all the support throughout the years. And
No kidding.
that was a very big step that we were both, all three of us, my mom, dad, and me, were all very excited to take.
Yeah. Dads often sit quieter in the background. The football players never yell from the field, "Hey, Dad." It's always Mom. "Hey, Mom." Love you, Mom. But we know the dads are, it couldn't happen without Dad's support and love too. So we'll make sure we've given Dad some credit as well as Mom. She's put it to, and what a cool bonding experience. Although I'm sure it causes fights sometimes. I'm sure that much. I'm thinking I got my mom hat on and I was like, oh, how cool this been every day working with my child. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's going to be an argument here.
Well, that's
Yeah.
just normal. I mean, Linda and I, we work closely together and sometimes we don't agree either. That's just part of life.
Exactly. But when you have to live with that person full time, it can't walk away. That's got to be a little hairy.
That's true. We don't live together.
Yes. Oh, but you get through it, right? Nothing, no major explosions. Nobody's throwing cat treats at each other or anything.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
That's
Good answer.
funny.
Good answer. Yes. We're leaving room for possibilities in the future.
Right?
So you are on Facebook and Insta and TikTok and all that schlemiel, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Are you
Okay.
Ava's Pet Palace on all of them? I know we had to shorten our Twitter handle because it wouldn't fit.
Yes,
Yeah.
all of them are Ava's Pet Palace.
Awesome. I
So
love
we
that.
need to look and follow Ava's Pet Palace. I will say most people I think know these days, but the likes and the hearts and the follows really help people who are working hard to create. And
They do.
I know Instagram, whatever, does not look like it's hard. People are just goofing off, but there really is work behind putting intention, deliberate posts up. They work hard. And if they can get to the point where they can monetize, that can help them further with their company. So if you're on any of those platforms, please go show her some love, babies.
And order her products. They're
And order
awesome.
her products.
Or I
Yes.
should say awesome.
I'm telling you, the packaging alone is worth it. It's worth it. I was so excited when it came, normally you get, the brown box.
Yeah.
And I was like, look how pretty. This must be for me.
Well, I know a lot of hard work went into designing that too.
Yes, so we actually did a whole rebrand last summer and like switched around everything. It was needed. We just needed like a refresh, but that was something that we did design with our team. And I'm very happy with how it came out. It was like the
Nice.
first packaging that like had like the Ava's Pet Palace on it. So
It feels like when you look at your
Yeah.
website and then your packaging comes, even if it didn't say Ava's Pet Palace, I would very easily relate that to your brand, your style, your personality. So, and it is very you. In meeting you and talking to you, you are not a head behind the company, which is ridiculous to say when you're 14. Sorry, I said I'd get off that thing. But it's you, it's your personality, bright, cheerful. I love animals. This is me, right? I mean,
Yep.
yeah, it
I'm
speaks
thinking
to you.
Yeah.
as she grows, how many people are going to get jobs because of Ava's Pet Palace and do something they enjoy working with a brand like yours?
Definitely. And we found out about you from LaShonda. I always slaughter her last name. I think it's Geffrard, Geffrard. We had heard her speaking on a podcast about the
Yes.
lack of diversity and the lack of representation of Blacks in relation to pets.
We heard that from
And
Trap King
so-
too.
Yeah, Sterling Davis, the Trap King. He's amazing. If you know Sterling, you know about Sterling? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
You got to look him up. He's the Trap King. He goes all over trapping, doing TNR. He's amazing.
Trap neuter release for
He
those of you who don't
started
know.
out in the rap industry and chucked it all to take care of animals.
wow.
And and he was talking too about the lack of diversity, and he wants more men and then Black men to get involved. So LaShonda had mentioned you to us, and honestly, I forgot about it until I watched the podcast back, and I was like, oh yeah. So I went to your website and I was like, oh yeah.
Ava, what a
Oh,
role model.
we
What a
gotta-
role model you are.
And LaShonda's
thank
talking
you.
about herself as a grown woman seeing this lack of diversity, and that this was not a thing when she was a child. People of color being represented in the pet world, only 2% to this day of veterinarians are Black. Look, you're representing to young people that being involved in the pet industry is cool.
To young
Yes.
people, to women and then to people of color specifically.
Yes.
You're a role model on 3 different fronts.
Yes. And the 55-year-old white lady's kind of impressed too, but that's beside the point. We don't need representation. Sometimes I literally feel
That's what I
guilty
said,
for
women.
being
All
exactly well,
women.
that's true. Yes, that too. So yes, women-owned business, minority, race, your age, everything. Girl, you're rocking it. I'm telling you, we're gonna sing your praises to everybody, honey.
For sure.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. When I started and like as I continued growing, I always wanted to be like a role model for younger kids, even people who are older than me, especially people of color who want to start businesses,
Right.
and just have a passion that they want to go towards, and just like to, let them know that they can achieve it.
Absolutely.
Exactly,
And don't let anyone
exactly.
tell you can't, because you are proof that you can.
No. I think that is definitely something your parents did right. I remember it's Mark Cherry who created the Golden Girls.
Oh,
He was
right.
doing an interview one day and someone asked him why he thought he could do this, what made him do this. And he said, I had a mother who thought I walked on water and told me I could never fail and rooted for me no matter what.
That's what you have, Ava.
And and I exactly then went, this is something I need to keep in mind when talking to my children. And apparently your parents nailed it.
They did. Any last words of wisdom for our listeners, Ava?
I actually don't think so. I think that covered everything, I would say.
Yeah. Take care of your animals, feed them healthy, and give some support for 1,000 different reasons to this young lady. You are awesome. And we will, it's avaspetpalace.com. You're on
And what's
Instant,
Marie's,
TikTok, and
what's your sister's Etsy account name?
Unicorn Girl Marie on Instagram, and then I think she has a link to her Etsy just in the bio.
Okay, great. We want to put all that in the below our video.
Yes.
And I hate that we have to wrap this up. I could talk to you all day. Please come back
Of course.
anytime, especially if you're running any kind of special or you're doing something, specific that you'd like.
Unveiling a new product.
Yeah.
Taking over the world, whatever you're up to that day.
Thank you, Ava, for being on our show. As always, thank you, Linda Hall, for being my awesome co-host and BFF. And Mark Winter, of course, for giving us the spot on Pet Life Radio, our awesome producer. And don't forget, every day's Catterday. We'll see you next time. Stop recording.